But first up, it's Monday morning and we have Nicola Freya from Nourish. Nicola, welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have a lovely weekend?
I did, yes. Very lovely, relaxing weekend.
It's nice, isn't it, when you don't have too much to do and run around, isn't it?
Yes, nice to have a bit of sun before we got this chilly day today.
Weekends can be a time that you can indulge though, isn't it? And maybe indulge too much. And that's what today's all about, isn't it? Yeah. It's portion size.
Yeah. Yes, it's one of those things, it's perceived as sometimes as good value to get more for your money or more on your plate, but it's not necessarily good value for our health.
No.
So, yeah.
Okay, so portions, and we've got a couple of examples down in front of us now, Nicola, we look at, and these are really good, especially the cookie one. I think you've done very, very well on that. And this is just probably quite a crude way of just showing everyone about the different sizes.
Yes, and it sort of happened over decades really, that sizes have increased so much. We've got the big biscuit here with the little chocolate chippy. That bigger biscuit there is it's about 7 or 8 times the little cookie here. So you can imagine, you know, that might go in a school lunch or that might be as a snack for a child. But they're eating so much more than we may have in our youth. When you just had your little biscuit.
What did you have in your lunch? Can you remember what you used to have?
I do remember chocolate chip biscuits, but yes, sandwich.
And one sandwich and a bit of fruit. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You have all this plastic that seems to go into lunch boxes now.
So much packaging, isn't it?
So much packaging.
Yeah.
And next to the muffins?
So muffin, that's a real big culprit here. The giant size muffins, you know, it just seems, you think, oh, good value, that'll fill me up. But you know, the normal size muffin here looks tiny in comparison.
Well, that's one you'd have at home, isn't it? You'd make yourself in your own normal muffin tins as well.
And drinks are a biggie. This little cup here is only about 1 cup of drink. Even if you're not even thinking about whether it's fizzy or not, say it was even you know, juice or something like that. That would be your standard serving size that you might have with a meal. This is nearly 3 cups. So and you think it's good value. It's actually a lot to drink of anything. In particular, if it's fizzy or something like that, it's a lot of sugar. So that's why, you know, it's a big contributor towards the obesity problem. All this upsizing and people eating a lot more than they actually need.
And I think of when I was in the States recently, is that they have those big, mega slurp
buckets,
things. They have buckets of drink.
Yes.
And I'd hate to see us going towards that sort of level, I think, with especially obesity, the big O.
And it's really bad for your teeth as well, because it takes so much more time to drink that. It's swishing around your teeth, all that sugar and acid. So it even has that secondary problem as well, that decay.
Oh, yeah, yuck. Now, next to you, this lovely little helpful plate here. Let's talk about that.
So I've just got this. This is just a smallish plate, but it just gives the example of the proportions for your meals. So the green side here is what we should have for vegetables, and then 1/4 of the plate for your protein items, so your meat, or if you're vegetarian, your beans or pulses, that sort of thing, and 1/4 for the carbohydrate, so potatoes, rice, that sort of thing. Another simple way to work out the portion sizes that is recommended, that the palm of your hand should be about the size of your meat portion.
Right.
Yeah. So and a handful, or a fistful, sorry, your clenched fist is the size of your carbohydrate. So potatoes, rice, that sort of thing. And then, of course, everyone will have heard of 5+ a day. The hand that we see for that, 5 fingers keep you 5+ a day, and your handful is the size of a serving of fruit or vegetables. But in particular, we're talking about vegetables here. But I really like that, because a young child, their little handful, you know, is smaller, of course, and that's a really nice way to gauge, you know, a child's portion or an adult portion, the size of your hand.
But how do we keep in proportions? Because especially if you have a yummy meal, you go back for more. And you may, I mean, do we just physically have to just stop ourselves and go, that is enough?
I think that a few good ideas are, if you're getting a value pack of something, or you're getting a good deal and more than you would normally eat as a family, serve the meal up and put the rest away. Don't just leave it there for seconds and thirds or go back, we must finish that off. Just have your normal meal, and then the rest can be saved for another meal, or you might be able to share more between a larger number of people.
Rightio.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this week our recipe is the fruit crumble tomorrow.
Yes,
Very
yes.
yummy indeed. And that is another lovely winter goodie, isn't it?
Lovely winter one. It's got rolled oats and coconut added into that one, so it's really tasty.
Oh, yum, I can't wait to see it tomorrow. Hey, thank you so much, and some great tips there, especially about the portions, taking it away from the table. That's a good tip for me, actually. Good on you. Thanks for that.